This lesson will explore the if, elif, else blocks and show you how they work. It again is another part to the bigger program that we're going to be creating later in the term.
Make sure that you log in, top left, and then on the right hand side put in the name, which is going to be D02 if ELIF else text, and let's swap over into text mode by clicking on the blocks to make sure that it says just Python. So we're going to set up two variables, one called first and one called second. So first, and we're going to set that equal to 1, and then second we're going to set equal to 10, sorry. So we're going to do an if block, so we type if, and then the condition is going to be if first is equal to second. So we do if first, and then to do is equal to, it's 2 equals. That's when we do a comparison, it's always 2 equals. Is equal to second, and then we need a colon to show that we're going into an indented block, and see it automatically indents for you. And so everything in the indent is what it's going to do if first is equal to second. So what it's going to do is it's going to print and it will is equal. Then we want to do the ELIF. Now to do the ELIF, I've pressed enter and we can see it's still at that indent level, so I want to go backwards, so I press the backspace and it's ELIF. So this is an else if, so it's another option, so it's got to have another condition. So I'm going to say that if first is greater, so I use the greater than symbol which is at the bottom of the keyboard, then what's it going to do? It's going to print is greater. And I'm just using sort of cut and paste to sort of reduce the amount of typing here, but the indentation level is absolutely essential here. And then I could do an else, or I can just do another ELIF. So I could select that whole block there, copy, Control C, Control V to paste, and this time let's do and then less. We always put in an else just to cover all the options. So the else, because it's any other condition, it doesn't need to have a condition in there, because if it hasn't met any of the previous conditions, it's going to do this. And so it would only get here, in my opinion, if there was an error, so I'm going to write error in there. We do save and run is less than. So let's have a look at the condition. It was first is less than second, which it is, and if we tried some different numbers we'd see that this works for all the different conditions. This is the basic if, elif, else block. You can have as many elifs as you need for all the different conditions, but it's important to know it only goes into one of the indented blocks, and you need to set the conditions in the right order to make sure that it's definitely going to go into the one that you want. So now what we're going to do is capture this and put this in your workbook, and then we are going to create a new file. Click New and then type in the new name, which is D02 cards. Click Save. So we're going to do what we did at the beginning of last time, so we're going to combine what we've learnt last week and this week. So the first thing we did last week was to import the random library, so import with an M and random like so. Then we're going to generate a random number, so I'm going to call this card num. So card number equals, and then I'm going to use that random.randint. Check the spelling, brackets 1, 13. So this will generate a random number between 1 and 13, and it will store it in the variable card num. What we're going to do is the random number generator will generate a number between 1 and 13, and if it produces 1, we're going to print ace, 2, 2, 3, 3. Once it gets up to the number 10, that would be 10, then 11 would be jack, 12 would be queen, and 13 would be king. We start off with the initial if card number. Notice the double equals, so if card number is equal to 1, and then it's got the colon to make the indented area, indented bit, and then here we're going to say that card name, which is another variable, is going to be equal to ace. From here on, we're going to use the ELIFs to cover 2, 3, 4 and so on. So if card number is equal to 2, then card name will be equal to the word 2. We can copy this piece of text here, so just select that, do Control C, and then we can repeat it. Now you're going to have to make sure that the indentation is correct, but you should be able to copy it like this and then go through and make this 3 and then the word 3 in here and so on, and do it for each particular card combination, remembering that 11 is jack, 12 is queen, and 13 will be king. And the final step will be to print the value of card name. So here, print card name. So add that, then click save and run, and you can see it wrote queen instead of writing 11. If I run it again, it printed 6 rather than the number 6, and so on.